All right, Fat Angel here, having my longest conversation that I've ever had with any folks about stuff. I'm here with David, and what's your name, my friend? Say again? Henry. Nice to meet you. Henry's not on the streets. He had told me when I first pulled up here to give this food out. Henry, where are you originally from?
I'm originally from St. Louis.
St. Louis. Okay. And what brought you to Florida?
Actually, my mom picked up and moved us to Chicago. I lived in Chicago for about 17 years.
Okay.
And what brought me to Florida is I used to work at Dillard's as a manager at a department store in Colorado. And decided to come down here on vacation sometime. So they had an opening and I got moved down here.
Okay.
Dillard's here.
So you took a job, just a transition. Gotcha. How many years have you been here?
I've been here 26 years.
All in Brevard?
All in Brevard.
Okay, long time. You've seen it grow.
Yeah.
And do you have any kids?
I have two.
You have two kids.
Yeah, two
How
kids.
old?
They're 26 and 27.
Okay. What is your situation right now? You're a Dillard's. I mean, obviously Dillard's took a hit.
I deliver cabinets right now.
Okay.
And I work for Oceanside Cabinets. And that's my situation right now. And go to work every day. That's it.
You're out here. You're with Dave. Dave's on the street. Explain to me what your situation is that you started befriending any folks out here in the street. Like, what brought you out here?
Yeah. My situation is because I've been there a long time. About 91, 92, I was on the streets.
Okay.
So I can relate to what they're doing.
Gotcha.
So I come down and visit them every now and then.
Yeah.
Make sure they're all right. If they need anything, that's what I do.
Nice. So you're doing something similar to what I'm doing, just helping folks out. So I appreciate that, and nice to see that there is somebody else doing that. It's my first time meeting you. I've given Dave food and spoken to him probably like 4 times now. My situation has changed a little bit, so this will probably be the last day I do this, at least for the next couple of months until I come back, and I'll see what I can do moving forward then. But we were talking about different subjects and coronavirus and Black Lives Matter and George Floyd, and you had some interesting perspectives. And I'll ask Dave this as well. Black Lives Matter. Is it significant to you? Do you think that the aim and the goal is do we know what the aim and the goal is, or is this being hijacked? Who's running this, and what's y'all's opinion on that?
My thing is, I don't agree with Black Lives Matter. That's first and foremost. Secondly, I would tell a person right out, because I got friends that ask me, why does it have to be Black Lives Matter? Why can't it be all lives matter? Because I tell them,
that's the big debate.
The point they're trying to make is, it's not Black Lives Matter. We've been oppressed people for many, many years. And this killing from the police officers has been happening over and over and over again, and nobody's been charged for it.
Right.
Okay? We're getting angry as a people. Okay, it's time what my thing is, it's time for everybody to open their eyes. Let them know we're not going to stand for this anymore. Okay, that's what that is. It's not an anger thing. It's not a race thing. This is what we're tired of.
Sick and tired.
Yes.
Police are out of control.
They're out of control.
I've gone on, there's a couple of Instagram pages where they just show police shit. Mm-hmm. This is happening to everybody, sadly. I mean, This is not just black or white. The black folks, this is a media manipulation showing specific incidents to rile people up.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
If they showed all of the incidents all of the time, we'd be going even more nuts, because then even white folks, not just out of sympathy for black folks, which is what a lot of this is, as we know, look at these protests, they're mainly white folks in all these big cities.
Yes.
But the fear and what would be going on, I feel, if white people also saw, you're getting mistreated a whole fucking lot as well. I watch a lot of these videos. Mm-hmm. The police and the tension is out of control. The police don't like the people, and the people don't like the police. And what do you think you're going to get from that? I always say, if you don't like your wife and she don't like you, how's every day going to go in that household when y'all just got grudges at each other? Yes. That's what's happening in the streets. Yes. Now, is it racial too? Yeah, I believe white cops look at these black folks with even a little more pissed off. It's because they're sick and tired of whatever they're sick and tired of. It's not legitimate. It's what's happening, though. and then you just create a cycle of hate. And I don't know how you break it. You got police now, for better or for worse. You talk about an orchestrated situation. The chaos is coming. The police are calling out of work.
Yes.
In Atlanta, they don't respond to folks. Black, white, Asian, whatever. They're not showing up to your shit no more.
And they're doing that.
What happens?
Because of the 2 cops that just killed this young man.
That's exactly right. So now the cops, they feel like, well, you don't got our back. This guy pulled a stunt. They did what they thought was right. It ain't being treated as right. No matter what side you're on, they're in trouble now, at least going to face possibility of trouble.
Yes.
Now the other cops are like, we don't want to show up. And they're not. And D.C., the police union did a poll. 3/4 of them want to quit. 71% of the cops want to quit.
Yes.
We got a problem. Because while I'm not in favor of any of this shit, we are going to descend into chaos and madness if this is gone. I don't know what happens then. And by the way, in this science project, none of us do. That lava in the volcano may erupt. It may not. But I don't know.
I can tell you what's going to happen.
Tell me your thought.
This whole thing, this whole coronavirus, I believe is fake, first of all.
Sure.
It is a setup.
We agree.
Secondly, to get these people riled up to riot and all this kind of thing, they had to set up that thing with Floyd. Ladies and gentlemen, Floyd is not dead. Just so you know that. It was a setup so they can riot, so that Donald Trump can say, okay, if the governors, if the mayors cannot handle their police departments,
martial
we'll
law.
declare martial law on this land.
And he won't, because he knows that that's the chess move that they're trying to force him to do.
Yes.
Now, he threatened it, but as we know, it hasn't happened yet. But if we have no police, that might happen. And isn't it funny that we went from Corona to riots and protests? Corona didn't matter anymore.
Exactly.
Riots and protests died down. Shit's cooled down. Here comes the second wave. Florida's spiking.
Exactly.
And they just ping pong off of one thing after another. Why are we believing it? Why do we believe any politicians when they were at before Trump, 9% favoritism? The media, 9% favoritism, whatever. Why do we listen to anything these fucking people say? I'm very confused over that.
I think I can answer that.
Tell me.
The reason why we listen to the media, our so-called president, who's a Hollywood actor, I said before.
Over where?
Trump wasn't our only Hollywood president. We had Ronald Reagan as well. So we're putting people in office who has no political background, but I guess they come from money. I'm thinking that society doesn't understand that we have been studied upon for years and years and years. They do understand, just like there's groups out here who talk about female psychology. Well, humans have psychology as well. So they do things to get, answers, I'm guessing, to come to a conclusion for certain things. They pick and pry. We have emotions, we have fears, we have this, that, and the third, and science is a big thing. It's really a big thing. I mean, we can go back in the day when they took those Nazi scientists and brought them to the United States.
Right, all for science.
Yeah. So.
Did you know that NASA, which is the key to this entire county that we live in, strangely enough, Werner von Braun is a Nazi brought over and created that rocket that NASA's built on. NASA in itself was Nazi scientists. For better or for worse, that's a fact. You take it how you want to take it. You could be upset about it. You could not give a shit. But the fact is that man was a Nazi scientist. We brought those people over because they were brilliant. They were evil in many cases. They were brilliant. So they used them. They let them also hide in South America. A lot of them went to Argentina. So they were given safe haven because when it was all over, well, where are we going to put these people? Well, we'll use them for what they know. And a lot of it was very evil. And all these crazy MK Ultras and mind controls and LSDs, Manchurian candidates. All this stuff comes from very crazy minds. You know, we're in a crossroads. I think we all can agree on that. And I don't think anyone really knows where this is going because there's a struggle now. You got where, and here's something to ask y'all a question about. have you guys followed this autonomous zone in Seattle? Have you heard about this?
I haven't heard of that.
Okay, well, then I'm going to blow your mind with something else. So during the rioting and protesting in Seattle, this group of people were able to fight the police off. The police quit. They had National Guard with them, and the city and the mayor and the governor told the police, stand down. And these people commandeered a 6-block area that they now live in. It's their own country. It's called Chaz. It's now called CHOP. It stood for city, I wish I remembered it. Something H Autonomous Zone. And they have a leader who's his name is Raz. He's some rapper from Seattle. And when you get on your phones, put in Chaz or Chop, you'll find out that Raz, who's some rapper from SoundCloud, he didn't have a big fan base. And now they're finding out he's got tons of money. He's just a brother with gold teeth, diamonds, chains. He's got an AK-47.
So what is this? Is it a compound or something?
It's like, well, it's city blocks.
Really?
Cordoned off. Oh yeah, when you look this up, you'll shit. There's YouTube videos and all. It's called CHOP. So they changed the name now. So you put in CHOP Seattle, it'll bring up tons of stuff. Raz is the warlord. Wow. They got guns. Trump told Seattle, do something about this or I'm gonna have to. Well, nobody's doing nothing about nothing right now. Now, they ain't causing no problems yet except what's going on inside their shit. Yeah. And it is affecting travel and people who have jobs or whatever in the area, but it's imploding on itself a little bit. But it's the first we've ever seen where they are controlling their own shit. And they got guns. And Antifa's there, Black Lives Matter's there, regular folks, people that just supporting the cause, whatever it is.
It's in Seattle, right?
It's in Seattle.
Wow, it's right here.
Yep. And it's big.
Yeah. Exposed.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So now they did a story. Somebody's looking into this guy Raz and finding out he's got ties to Dubai. So even he's now bought and sold in some way, and he's got tons. Oh my God, is there? Is there?
Money in Dubai.
But he's got a Jaguar and a Mercedes. Like, he's not like a man of the streets.
Right.
And they said he's got millions of dollars in property. But if you saw this dude, you wonder where is this coming from? Mm-hmm. Who's supporting this guy? Kind of like Epstein. They don't know where this guy got his money from. Mm-hmm. Where's Epstein's money from? So look up Raz, and it's called CHOP now. They changed the name of it.
I got it right here.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you weren't familiar. I can't actually. I'm gonna let y'all run. Anything that you want to say in part here. You know, I appreciate y'all's time. I appreciate your opinion.
I wish you was around when I got a lot to say.
Yeah. Man, we said a lot. We just didn't do it on camera.
So sometimes I just be ranting, man. I just be going at it because I'm angry.
Yeah, that's all right.
It's not because of just this. It's everything that's going on in this world.
Sometimes it's life.
Yeah.
Life ain't easy, man. You know what I tell people? And I'll part on this thought. Let's say that you live the average of 80 years. Everybody listening to this, imagine this. You live 80 years, right? Let's just give a number. You have so many crossroads and choices that you will make in those 80 years. Good ones, bad ones, hard ones, easy ones.
Right.
Who to fuck, who not to, what job to take, what to eat, what car to buy, where you're going to sleep, whatever. All these choices. So many. You couldn't even count them in a number of how many choices you will make in your life. But the one choice that you were never given was to be born to play in the game that you now have to make all these choices for.
That's right.
Let that sink in. You had no choice to be a human being. God bless you are. God bless your parents decided to make you. You have now been given life to see as fit what you want to do with it. But for all the choices that you have to make in life, take care of your kids or not, do this or that. A lot of choices, right? What ice cream you want to eat. The one choice you were never given was whether you wanted to play in this fucking game or not in the first place.
Evil world, man.
And that's fucking scary because you know how many people don't want to play in this game?
A lot.
You know how many people would never signed up for the game?
A lot.
It's a hard game. And we're here in America, it's hard, but we got it better than a whole lot of motherfuckers. Imagine in Africa, some folks, or in places around the world, in China where they're killing fucking...
Yeah.
We didn't ask to play in that game.
That's right. That's right. I was just telling him, just before we let it go, I grew up 17 years Catholic. Just 3 years ago, I started reading the Bible for myself. I woke the hell up.
Right.
I was lied to. over and over and over again.
Right.
You got to learn things for yourself.
By all means.
I don't bow down to the propaganda that's going on the news, because that's all they do is lie.
Seek
All
knowledge.
of it. Yeah.
Yeah. But everyone has the ability. Now with the internet, man, there was a time you had to go to a store called a library that wasn't even open all the time.
Yeah.
And the book you wanted was taken out by some other motherfucker.
Exactly.
And then if you wanted an encyclopedia, you had to make copies of the pages just to get the information because you couldn't take the book. Yeah. Now look at the vast information you have access to fulfill your mind and feed your mind with loads of information. I come from a time where that was not an option, as do you.
Yeah.
You're a little younger, maybe not. But there was a time that just getting information, you had to do it on their time.
Yep.
Let that thing sink in.
Yep.
Now, on your fucking telephone, you have the ability to learn anything you want. You didn't know what Chaz was.
Yep.
Sure shit knows now.
Yep.
And now he will spend today reading about it and learning
I'll
about
be looking
something.
up a lot of things
Yeah.
today.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
God bless you guys. I'm happy that we can have the talk. I'm happy I can give you this food. I gave a whole bunch of shit. I just gave it all out. I just unloaded all my shit, and I'm happy to do it. This will be my last day doing it for a little while. I'm signing out, Fat Angel. I did it for 6 weeks. Fed a lot of people, did right, and it felt good to do. Made some nice friends with people. I got a man following me on Instagram here, checking out what I do, and in my own little world. He'll follow me as well. You get on there and check out some shit. Henry and David, it's Henry, right?
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all's time, and God bless. Stay alive. Stay fighting the fight, whether it's being a black man, a homeless man, a man, a human being. Fight your fight.
I'm gonna start strapping too.
Well, that's nothing wrong with that. You have that right. Be good, man.